Hey guys, welcome back to Top 10 Gaming. I'm Ron Mackenzie LaFergie. Sonic as a franchise is super child friendly. Fairly tame violence, not much foul language, and a bunch of cute critters makes for great fun for kids. But despite the PG rating, Sonic gets pretty dark at times. If you enjoy this, check out our video on dark secrets about Mario. Now get ready, it's time for the top 10 darkest Sonic moments. Number 10. Roboticization. I'm sorry, but this is just the most messed up thing in all of Sonic. It's terrifying. This is a treatment that Dr. Robotnik uses on others where a living creature is turned into a robot. This can be done to various degrees. Sometimes it's just a few robotic appendages, and sometimes it's a full robotic conversion. Interestingly, this is something that began in the comics and was later introduced into the games. However, changing a living, breathing creature into an unfeeling robot with no free will is dark as hell, especially since it can't even be reversed. Number 9. Eggman blows up the moon. In Sonic Adventure 2, Eggman got 6 Chaos Emeralds and decided he wanted to take over the world, so he blew up the moon. Yikes. Imagine being on Earth knowing that some evil villain could destroy you and everyone you love with the click of a button. Plus, with half the moon blown up, we won't have it lighting up the night sky, so it'll be darker. Do you get it? It's a dark moment, and blowing up the moon made it darker. Guys, it's really funny. Just trust me, it's so funny. Number 8. The release of Sonic 06. I know, I always rag on this game, and honestly, there are worse games out there. This is just such a disappointment to the Sonic community that it casts a shadow on future games for years. Every new release has fans terrified that they'll see a repeat of 06. Weird story, main character deaths, glitches galore, and the inexplicable addition of a human-hedgehog romance made for a terrible game and a dark time for Sonic fans. Number 7. Shadow kills Eggman. This one's a non-canon entry since it was an unofficial ending in the Shadow the Hedgehog game. For those of you who don't know, the game involved a bunch of moral choices that changed the way the game went. You'll need to know that for a few of these points. One choice that you could make was to side with the Black Arms and kill Eggman, and it's just such a ruthless moment that it has to be on here. Killing is pretty rare in Sonic. Number 6. The reveal of Dark Sonic. See what I did there? It's another play on the word dark. Gets more and more clever every time. As it happens, this moment was actually pretty dark in itself. In Sonic X, when Sonic crashes into the Meta-Rex's base and sees Chris and Cosmo captive, he turns all dark, destroying his enemies and seemingly reveling in the destruction. He goes so dark that even Eggman gets a bit worried for him. Yikes. Number 5. Sonic's death. There isn't a whole lot of death in Sonic, again because of the whole child-friendly thing. Kids don't like to see their favorite characters die. However, in the infamous Sonic 06, Sonic found himself pushing up the daisies after he was zapped by Mephiles. Visually, it wasn't the darkest of scenes, but death of the title character is pretty darn depressing. Granted, he was resurrected like right away, but it got dark there for a second. Number 4. Shadow's death. Sonic Adventure 2 was a pretty bomb game with a pretty impressive ending. At the end of the game, Shadow and Sonic use Chaos Control to stop the space colony Ark from crashing into the Earth. Sadly, Shadow's energy was drained, and so took the colony's place in crashing down to Earth. He saved countless lives through a selfless act, and it was as uplifting as it was dark as hell. Fun fact, he didn't actually die as we learned from Eggman in the Shadow game, but it was a pretty crazy moment at the time. Number 3. Shadow destroys the world. This is the darkest of the Shadow storylines in his game, and it's totally insane. In this line, Shadow defeats Sonic and the Diablon ship, grabs all the emeralds, and straight up destroys the world. This is done to bring justice to the humans. Can't believe this was in the game. Killing billions of people is pretty harsh for any game, let alone a game from such a family-oriented franchise. To be fair though, the Shadow game was definitely more aimed at older audiences than other Sonic games. Number 2. Maria's death. This came to mind immediately when I saw the title for this, and for good reason. Not only was this one of the darkest moments in Sonic, it's probably among the darkest moments in all of video games, at least for me. It was just so unexpected, especially coming from a game as family-friendly as Sonic, and my goodness was it brutal. Number 1. Gerald Robotnik's last words. Gerald Robotnik, grandfather of Maria and Eggman, and creator of Shadow, went a bit crazy when his granddaughter was killed, and decided to get revenge by dooming the Earth. In Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, we saw his last words, and it was crazy dark. He was just so broken because he caused his granddaughter's death, and you can really feel so much despair in the speech. Fabulous voice acting. That's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please smack that thumbs up button and subscribe to Top 10 Gaming for more videos. Let me know what moment in Sonic most scarred you in the comment section down below. Until next time, I'm Ron Mackenzie LaFergie with Top 10 Gaming. Later, gamers.